Welcome back to Raising His Kids. Today I'm joined with Lauren off the back of one of Lauren's posts that she put on her Blooming Stepmom page. Someone had commented, can you do this from Biomum's perspective, which Lauren kindly thought of me, and then it took me a couple of days, but I punched something out, and it was talking about, your post was things stepmoms wish they could say to their kid, the stepkid's mother. And so then I did it in reverse, but as we were just discussing, I did the more compassionate side, not the hatred side, which I think is why my post got less traction.
I think that definitely, I think you could do a hateful one if you want the engagement, but I agree with you that people online in general are much more likely to comment if they're tearing somebody down.
Yeah, maybe I could do a hateful things biomums say to stepmoms, or hateful things biomums wish they could say to stepmoms.
There you go. I feel like you would get the engagement. Yeah.
From both of them. I know you pointed out that we did do a things we wish we could say to Karen episode, but I feel like that was like 2 years ago, almost 3 years ago. Like, it was a long time.
It had to have been, because I mean, I haven't even been regular on the podcast for a year, so it had to have been over a year ago.
Over a year. So let's go at least 2 years ago. So it's definitely time for an updated one, and instead of things we wish we could say to Karen, it's just things we wish we could say. So I have a few from both perspectives, and some that would definitely be some conversation starters. So I'm interested to hear your side on some of them, particularly when like biomoms have chimed in to say things. But maybe a quick recap for anyone who didn't see my post. Maybe I should read a couple of the ones that I did, and then you can do the same for yours. So my post was, what mums wish they could tell their kids' stepmom. Sometimes I'm defensive because I'm scared, not because I think you're doing a bad job. I don't want to compete with you. I just don't want to feel erased. I'm learning to share a role I never imagined.
That's a really good one.
When I ask, yeah, absolutely. And I think stepmoms don't give biomoms enough credit for that.
I know I haven't.
So, but it's hard, and it's hard to see it from the other perspective. You probably didn't see it until you actually had Miss A, and you're like, oh my God, I can't imagine sharing you.
Yeah, well, I'm like, I will never co-parent you. That's never going to happen.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. When I ask questions or set boundaries, it's about feeling safe, not being difficult. If you think this is awkward for you, imagine how I feel.
Fair enough.
That was a real personal one for me there, because I remember Peter had turned around to me when I invited Regina to a school thing, and he said to me, you have to understand it's awkward for her. Imagine how she feels.
Oh.
Like, he said that to me when I was going out of my way to invite her.
That's kind of clueless.
Yeah, well, she's going to be attending her very first school event, so I'm excited for that she's showing up.
Man, that's crazy. That's her first one.
Yeah, in his final year of primary school. In his 7th year of school, she's showing up as the very first one. And she might hear this, but I personally think she's only showing up because Big K's grandparents are coming on his dad's side.
Yeah, maybe.
That's honestly the only reason I feel like she's coming, but good on her for showing up. I'm figuring this out as I go. There's no rule book for this. I just want to know that you are good to my child. I actually respect what you do more than you realize. It's just hard to say out loud. We don't have to be best friends. We just have to be on the same team.
That's a really good one too.
Like, not everyone has the same relationship as like Sam.
Yeah.
Not everyone can be best friends.
Which like is fine.
But you have to
exactly.
Yeah.
It's like when you start when you start being like petty and stuff, that's the issue. Like, you don't even have to talk to each other as long as you're not creating conflict for the kid.
Exactly. Not putting the kid in the middle, not making the kid feel awkward. Jill's favorite saying that she's been saying a lot is, are there kids involved? Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. That's pretty tough. Yeah.
You know? But did you want to read your post before we do like things?
Yeah, I got it. The first one is, my husband is just as much a parent as you are. You're not more important than him, which I know a lot of bio moms will disagree with. And I guess in some cases I would disagree too, but not in my case. I'm not trying to replace you. I understand and respect your role as their mother. I'm just trying to add more love to a child's life. You're hurting your kid more than
Mhm.
your ex. Your life would be much easier if you didn't focus on creating chaos. Your kid sees the way you act toward his dad and stepmom. I'm not an on I'm not an on-call babysitter. I am your child's stepmother. Asking for plan changes would get you a lot further than demanding we change things to meet your wants. That one was a personal one. This one people
Absolutely.
misunderstood. So I phrased it as I'm just as much a parent as your husband is, meaning stepdad. People took this as my husband
Yes.
and didn't like that in the comments. But I
Yeah.
mean stepdad. Oh, and that's
They were
yeah.
the hateful bio mums.
And that's the last one.
I really love that one because, everyone gives stepdads so
Yeah.
much kudos, but not enough kudos to stepmoms. But at the same time, every situation is different and it depends how
Yeah,
you
it
show up.
does. But
Like, I know I was venting to you because I was feeling really hurt about this event that Big K's got. Because I'm like, my husband now
right,
can't be there. And I'm like, he deserves to
right.
be there because he's the one who had my back, who helped me push him to
Hmm.
get this big achievement. And then there's part of me and a bit of bio mum in me who's like, they don't deserve to be there. But I suck it up because they are his parents, like his other home. And for that alone, they deserve to be there. But I'm still allowed to be bitter, but I just don't put it out there
Exactly.
into the universe.
And the fact that you're able to like recognize that like you feel like you're being bitter is a whole like other level, because I feel like when most people are doing it, they don't think they're being bitter. They just honestly believe that and like move with it. So,
100%.
and I don't know if that bitter's the right word in your case. So,
100%. Well, I don't know. Like, I'm going on like dear
yeah.
baby mama, right?
I feel that way with like parts of my family. So I can't even imagine how it would be with like the other parent. So I definitely understand that.
But at the same time, I am
Yeah.
happy for my son that they are showing up. So don't get me wrong, those two emotions can
Oh,
live
yeah.
together.
100%. Definitely.
Like, I can be pissed that my husband can't be there.
Okay. Are your parents going?
So my parents are going. My mum is actually going to replace my husband at the parents'
Oh,
afternoon
okay.
tea.
Cute.
So there's like an afternoon tea where immediate family can go. So that's just his four parents. My mum's replacing the number because we RSVP'd for four people, so bio parents and step parents. And I emailed the school and I was like, "Hey, how many can attend the afternoon tea?" And they said just immediate family, no younger siblings. And I said, "Okay, so immediate family parents is four okay?" Because obviously we want grandparents want to attend, and they said, "Yeah, four is fine. Any
Okay.
more is a no." So that allowed because I was like, Big K deserve like Big
Yeah.
K has four parents, and I put that in the email. I think I sent it to you. Um, and they came back with four was okay. Any more is just for the badge ceremony,
Yeah.
which is great. Um, I can't even remember where I was going with that.
I asked if your parents were going and you said your mom was replacing your husband.
Thank you. Yes, so I'd already asked VP'd for the four parents to the afternoon tea. So my mum's going to replace my husband for the afternoon tea, and then my dad's going to meet us there after. And Big K's paternal grandparents are coming
Yeah,
as well,
that
which is
is. It's
amazing.
really nice that he'll have everyone show up for him. And having like the afternoon tea with his parents
Yeah.
is a really cute idea.
Yeah, so well, because it's all the student leaders and all the student leader
Okay.
parents that are going
That's
to be
cool.
there. So,
Yeah, that's really cool.
but I did get some messages off the back of
Yeah.
our post. So, I wanted to read some, and I'm going to flip between bio mum and step mum responses, not in any particular order, just as they flow through, and I saved them. The first one I have is, I don't actually hate you, I just don't trust the
That's
situation.
fair. That is so fair.
Because it's easy not to. And that
Hmm.
goes for both, right? How many times do you
I
not
never
trust
trust her.
Karen?
Yeah.
Exactly. But, sometimes that lack of trust can lead to hate, but
Yeah.
initially.
Yeah, that is true. And it's like, I feel like most times there's not like a hate between mom and stepmom. It's just things like that, like lack of trust, like not understanding where the other person's coming from. So I feel like hate is a strong word. Like I don't hate Karen, and I don't think she hates me.
Yeah, and I don't hate my Karen. Did I lose all respect for her when we went through court and
Yeah,
she lied about
I
my
agree.
husband? Yes. Do I disagree with how she parents? Yes. Doesn't make me
Exactly.
hate
Yeah.
her.
I feel the exact same way.
So, um, just because you can have kids doesn't mean you should keep having
Also
them.
so fair. That's hilarious.
Yeah, it is. And I actually brought something up similar. I just did a live earlier tonight. So go back and show that post some love because I jumped on and I was talking to Barry Mum, but she's a life coach about organization. So she doesn't co-parent at all. And so she was like firing off all these questions, like curious about our lifestyle, I
Mhm.
guess you could call it. Um, and I talked about how stepmoms get so much hate and but at the same time, stepmoms will never replace the bio mums, and
Uh-huh.
stepmoms recognize that. And it doesn't even matter if you have the best stepmom in the world who's running rings around the bio parent, the kid is still going to love
Well, yeah.
their bio
And
parent.
I mean they should. In most cases it works out well. There are some where the kid ends up getting hurt when they do that, but it is literally biological for you to favor and try and like be loyal to your bio parents.
I feel like I'm expected to be healed faster than is
That is
realistic
fair too, and not something I really considered.
because there's different dynamics here, and this goes into play for bio
Hmm.
dads, stepmoms, bio mums, stepdads. There's so many moving parts in
Yeah,
bio
there
families.
really are. And I mean, the first initial family, you have to like grieve when that ends, even if you weren't happy
Hmm.
in the marriage or the relationship. And I feel like they do expect people to move on faster than like you're ready for. Like you're just supposed to be okay with your ex partner moving on and having a new partner before your divorce is even finalized
Hmm.
sometimes. So I do get that. I'm sure that's very hard. Yeah.
It's got to be hard. Like, I know I left the relationship, but part of me still had to grieve that relationship because it's not the future
Yeah.
that I
And
wanted
my
for my
husband
kid.
says the same thing. He's like, I was miserable. I hated like every second of the like 8 months they were married. But there was a kid involved now. And it's like you have to like grieve that too.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, I've left very unhealthy, unhappy relationships and have still grieved them. And there was no kids involved. So, well, at least not my kids. So, I mean, I get that. Yeah.
Yes.
One of mine that a lot like hit home for a lot of people was you're hurting your kid more than your ex. I got a lot of comments like reaffirming that and messages. So that's a big one, I think. And it kind of
Hmm.
makes me sad that so many people are experiencing that with their bio mom.
I think it's really common, and I think I've always said it. Like, the co-parent
Hmm.
hates their ex
Yep.
more than they love
You
their
have always
child.
said that. And that's just so sad.
Like, that, it is sad. And people need to do a lot of healing because it's not good because they
Yeah,
hurt their kid.
exactly. I just saw another comment that's irrelevant, but she said most of the moms in this comment section took the complete wrong way and have no comprehension. It's like, uh,
Yep, that happens
yeah.
a lot too.
Um, oh, and there's another bio mom in here telling me to go to therapy because I'm the cause of their poor development. How do you know there's poor development involved? I know.
Okay. My kids were autistic
Yeah,
before I met them.
right. That's so funny. Um,
My kids wouldn't have got the help they needed if it
yeah,
wasn't for me.
yeah, so true. That is so true. Sorry, I'm just trying to scroll through my comments. Oh, someone else said I am not your enemy, which is kind of what we were just talking about too.
Yeah, 100%. Like the last one of mine was like, we don't have to be best
Yeah.
friends.
Yep. And then the last one I'll read right now is the children will get older and their eyes will be open to everything. And boy, oh boy, when my stepdaughter graduated from high school, she saw it all. I was like, that's kind of what we're counting on, honestly.
That's what we're counting on. Like, Big J has, after this year, he has 2 more years of school.
Crazy.
You know, he turns 16 in July, so in
Oh
two
my
years' time,
gosh.
he's going to be 18.
I
He's going to be a
cannot
legal
believe
adult
that.
here.
It really
It's
is.
wild, right?
I was like crashing out last night about how fast time is moving. I was like, because Miss A is going to turn 3 in a couple months. And I'm like, what is happening?
I know. I know. I actually saw that on my calendar because I was catching up on my color coding my calendar, and I have Miss A's birthday on there. And I
I
was like,
know.
oh my
I
God,
know.
when
I
did
can't
that
believe
happen?
it. I was like crashing out. I was like, wait, that means I'm going to be like 50 in like 15 years. And I was like crashing out about it.
Well, just think about it. I'm 36 in June. That means 4 more years till I celebrate my 40th in Vegas because I said to my husband, that's all I want. 40th Vegas,
Yes.
we have to make it
Yes. And
happen.
that's a good time to plan for it because you have like plenty of time to save and then you can book tickets and
Plenty of time to save. Older kids will be old enough to watch the little
oh,
kid,
true.
the littlest kid. So if my parents can't do it, so we've got enough time to work out what the fuck
Yeah.
Trump's doing.
Yeah.
So that's what we're doing. 40th Vegas, putting
That's
my foot
amazing.
down. That's what we're
And
doing.
he's like good with it.
So yeah, because he wants to go back. Like he wants to go back to America, and I'm like, I wanted to go to Vegas for my 21st. It didn't happen. I've never been to America. You have until I'm 40 to take me. And I figured my 40th is the best option. We can go to Vegas. And he's like, you don't even gamble. I'm like, I can go do
Yeah.
dinner and a
I,
show.
I have not been to Vegas since I've been old enough to gamble, and it's still a lot of fun. So I think you're still going to love it.
I just want to
Yeah.
see Vegas. Like, I
Yeah.
just want to
And
see
plus,
it.
you can do other stuff.
Like, I feel like it's something
Yeah,
that you
for
have to,
sure.
yeah,
Oh, there's so
do lots of
much.
different stuff. But I'm not going to just spend like the whole
Yeah.
time in Vegas. I'm like, we can go do like Vegas, we can do LA, everything, and then maybe even go spend some time in
Yeah,
Hawaii
you
since
might
we're
as
already
well.
over there.
And like, anyway,
Um, Having the newest of everything, but your child only having what the other household buys for them while also paying child support to you says more about you than you think. I feel like you can relate to that
yeah,
right now.
kind of. I mean, he has like all like name brand stuff too, though. Like, he comes over in a different pair of Vans like every day or every weekend. And I'm like, you're coming in new $60 shoes every single weekend. And I don't say this to him, obviously, but like, your mother is complaining about
At least you know where your child
what?
support's going. I said, at least you
I
know where your
know.
child
Yeah,
support's going.
exactly. Like, you're telling me you can't afford your life when he's got like 15 pairs of Vans? Like, give me a break.
That's wild. I wish we could both be allowed to be human at the same
That's a
time.
powerful one.
Birthing him doesn't mean you are automatically the favored parent.
That is so true. And people will fight you on that.
People
Yeah.
will. But particularly boys need
Yeah.
their dads.
It is like,
Like, even Big K, after everything his dad has said and done, he
yeah,
still wants
I'm
his
sure.
dad, which is why I don't fight. Like,
Right.
I don't fight it.
Yeah. And I mean, that makes sense, especially like you said for boys. But man, bio moms will fight you on that one.
They will. But, um, this one. There are three sides to every story: mine, his, and the truth. I know you see one version of him, but he wasn't the same man when we were together.
Yeah, I can definitely see that.
And that one hits hard to me. And I know I've said that to Regina. I didn't write that one. That one got sent to me. Um, but I said that to Regina. I'm like, this version of him is not the same
Yeah.
person that I was with. You need to understand that. When I'm triggered by him, I'm triggered by
Right.
him.
And I mean, that definitely, I'm sure, is the case across the board, honestly.
Yeah. Particularly those that were in
Hmm.
violent relationships and emotionally abusive relationships. Because people can change, people can grow, people can get the help that they need. Um, but those scars are there
Yeah.
mentally and
Yeah.
emotionally.
That never goes away.
Do you have any more, or have you read them all?
I feel like the rest of, oh, my existence is never a threat. It's actually a perk in a situation that you and your ex decided on. Treat me well, and I'm your village. Treat me poorly, and it's your loss. Even your kids' loss. I will never treat them wrong. However, they deserve to see both parents and their spouses coexisting. If you can't be mature enough for that, that's on you. I know I tried.
Yeah, I love that one. Very emotionally mature
Yeah,
with that
it
as
really
well.
is. And the next one is my kids and I need the first time parent time as much as you and your kid and husband did. We will never get that time back, and you ruined it with your ego. I don't know if it was revenge toward your ex or a simple ego trip, but it was I who was stressed out by it, and my kids, no kid deserves it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I feel that one. We all know how Karen reacted when she
Hmm.
found out I was pregnant. So that ruined that moment for me, considering like everything that I had
Yeah.
been through before that moment.
Yeah, for
That was
sure.
hard. So
I
I feel
know,
for
me
that
too.
as
And
well.
it's like postpartum is already so hard. When you add like somebody trying to like attack your family is just like, you don't need that.
Yeah, it's horrendous. Um, Being a stay-at-home mum doesn't mean you are a good parent, especially if you were never with your kids when they're home from
Mm.
school.
Yeah, that is very true.
Yeah. And that doesn't take away from working parents, but if you're always working and you're never there with your kid, let them
Yeah,
be with the other parent.
I completely agree. That's something that we go through a lot.
Like we had a weekend. It was around New Year's that time, and there was a lot of kerfuffle and confusion. And I remember picking up the phone and talking to Big K's dad. I was talking to Peter, and I was like, I'm working. Like, I'm
Yeah.
literally not home. So why don't you keep him? And he was like, oh, well, if you're not working, yeah, okay, I'll go do fun things with him. I'm like, great.
Yeah.
Like, keep your kid. What's he going to do? He's going to sit at home with an iPad shoved in his face and maybe have a
Right.
swim with his brothers. Spend the time with him. I'm not going to be spending time with him. I'm
Right.
going to be at
Yeah,
work the
for
whole
sure.
time. Having new babies doesn't mean you don't have to take care of the kids you already have.
I mean, that makes sense. I feel like that probably happens a lot.
Yeah. And I feel like sometimes this can happen in reverse as well. I feel like when stepmoms have babies, they then
Yeah.
neglect their stepkids. It doesn't happen
No,
every time. But it's like they then go, oh, I have a child of my own now. Goodbye.
I
I don't
agree,
need you.
but I do think some of that could be blamed on like PPD because like I didn't feel that way to the point
Hmm.
where I actually neglected him, but I did feel like I don't want anyone near this baby at all. Like, no, I don't want anyone to touch her. I definitely don't want other kids near
Hmm.
her because to me it was like he's gonna get her sick if he gets close to her. And I look back now at my thoughts and I'm like, I was being crazy, but I was like fully into PPD and I didn't even know it.
Yeah, PPD and PPA are
Yeah.
really bad. But I'm talking like the step parents who, once they have a biological child of their own, they no longer want the
Yeah.
step kid around.
I mean, yeah, I'm sure that happens.
Like there's
Yeah.
a difference. Like you still wanted T to come. You
Yeah.
didn't want him to touch the baby. You still wanted him to come. You
Yeah.
just didn't want him to
Yeah.
touch the baby or to play with her toys because he wanted all
Yeah.
her
I know.
toys
That's
now.
like, I'm like, that's such like a
He has
constant thing to
toys.
me. It's just so weird. Like, you're about to be 10. Why do you want to play with a 2-year-old's toys? He just doesn't want her to touch his.
Big J turn Little J turns 14 in September and he still plays Barbies.
Really? That's crazy. Okay.
Hmm.
Maybe I'm just being too harsh on him,
Wild.
but I'm like, play with your own stuff. Like, it's just so strange to me.
Mm. Um, Telling your child that their stepdad is their real dad isn't justified just because you move the child 12 hours away from
My
their
gosh,
bio-dad.
that's crazy.
That is wrong. Telling a child that their step parent is their real parent
No,
is not
ever.
valid for either. Like you can't tell a stepdad is the real parent or stepmom is the real
No.
parent ever. You can have a parent who stepped up, absolutely, because there are some real deadbeats out there. But when you physically remove the child from that other parent out of spite or whatever the
Right.
fuck you're doing, you can't then turn around and treat the bio
Mm-mm.
parent
Oh
like
yeah,
it.
no, that's crazy. I can't think of a single situation where it would be appropriate to be like, "Oh, this is your real dad or your real mom." Like
But I feel like this actually happened to you,
in a way, yeah.
almost. Like in a
But
way, it did. Particularly
he
like
was never like he had known us, so
I
like
was gonna
he
say,
was never. in a position where like he didn't know who his real dad was.
Well, the stepmom who wrote this does know who, like, the kid knows who the
Okay.
real
Okay.
dad is, but is still, and the kid's about the
Okay.
same age as T, and the kid is constantly told, like, no, this is your real dad because he raises you, you live with us in this house, you go
I
visit your other
gotcha.
dad.
So yeah, I guess that did pretty much happen to us. And that relationship lasted less than a year. And I don't think I ever talked
I could just,
I don't think I ever mentioned it because like I didn't want to like ruffle any feathers or whatever. But what you're talking about is that our Karen wanted my husband to give up his rights to stepdad. And they are now divorced already. Like they were
mhm.
divorced like 6 months after they were fighting for that. And
They weren't even
mm-mm.
married a whole year. I feel like they got married to
Yeah,
do that, and then
I
they were
think
divorced
I
like six
literally
months
think
later.
that's the case. And like, I don't know what happened. She never mentioned the divorce to us, which is like insane because if me and my husband got divorced and he didn't mention it to her, it would be the end of the world. But
I should probably be asking him to get
yeah,
remarried.
I know, right? She probably would. But yeah, so that pretty much did try to happen to us. And she even talked to T about it, about like having stepdad.
Which is
Insane.
wild.
Like the fact that he said something to us about it completely unprompted was like a shock and just so bizarre. But she's kind of, I don't know. That's why I don't trust her because she does stuff like that.
100%. I have
Okay.
two more on my list. Having primary custody of your child, but the non-custodial household handles all the haircuts, nail trimmings, is borderline neglect. Ooh, I feel that one, girl.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Although she did go get the kids' haircuts because we agreed to pay half, right? So she went and got haircuts and sent us a bill.
Okay.
I'm like, I
Yeah.
could have done their
Yeah.
haircuts in the
Especially
backyard.
with boys, just like number four all the way around. That's crazy.
Like, yeah, I'm happy to take them for a haircut. The thing is that they go get it styled by a barber, and then I can like maintain
Yeah,
it for like 6 months, and then get it restyled again, and then I can
that makes
maintain it for
sense.
6 months. Like, it's not the end of the world. Like little Jay's hair, he when he goes to the barber, he doesn't get it shaved enough at the back, so he like grows a rat's
Oh,
tail. Do you have
yeah,
rat's tails there?
yeah,
Is that a thing there? Yeah, so it grows down. I'll take a picture of it, and it's horrendous. But when I do it like that whole bottom part of his head is like bald and do like a full
yeah.
fade. So it's like from nothing to hair. But when his mom takes him to the barber, she doesn't get it cut that short, and so like it grows
That
really
should like
quickly.
that's like a.
I'm actually
Yeah.
jealous of how quick his hair grows.
I feel like that she might be taking him to a discount barber or like a hair salon meant for women because I worked at a barber shop cutting hair and that is standard on a haircut when you're like the bottom, like the very bottom gets edged and is much shorter than the rest of it on any haircut because that happens to everybody. Same with like the hairline. So I feel like she needs to find a different barber.
Yeah, like both the boys, like it doesn't get done enough, and Big J has like really, really
Oh,
thick hair, so that's why I like to do it every now and then because it makes it a
yeah.
bit thinner. I know. Maybe we'll take them to get haircuts next time at the barber, and then
There
she
you
can
go.
pay us half.
Yeah. That's
Because that's why I started cutting their hair because she wouldn't pay for
Oh,
haircuts.
that's right. I forgot about that.
She wouldn't pay for haircuts. That's why I started cutting
Yeah,
their hair.
that's crazy. T goes to like supercuts.
Hmm.
I don't know if you know what that is, but as like
We
yeah,
don't have it, but I have
um
the gist of it.
as someone who cuts hair, I am very against supercuts because they're just not good. And that's where he goes to get his haircut with his mom, and his hair always looks terrible. Like, and I've been like, do I offer to fix it for him? Or like, would that cause an issue? And he says he doesn't care that it looks like that, but like, you can literally see like the clipper marks in his hair. So it's like, it just looks bad. Like, I would never let my kid leave the salon like that. I'd be like, this needs to be fixed immediately, or the barbershop, whatever. But like, I would not let them leave.
Do do you ever
Yeah,
cut your
I
husband's hair?
exclusively cut his hair.
Okay, so maybe you should cut his hair in front of T and be like, "Hey, let me
That's a good
trim
idea.
yours," and just tidy it
That is
up.
a good idea. I should do that. Because he has seen me cut his hair before, because I usually do it in the kitchen or outside. So he has like seen that. But yeah,
Yeah.
maybe I should do that, because I always feel bad. Like, I know kids are probably being mean to him in school, because kids are mean over everything. It's not like they're gonna cut him a break for that. Um,
Mhm.
but yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, I don't think I have any more, because most of my comment section is arguing.
Well, I do have one really good one to finish on then. Your oldest child isn't a built-in caregiver for the little or
I feel
younger
that one in my
children.
soul.
And I know you feel it on a personal level because that
Yeah.
responsibility was put on you. Yeah. But how many times over the years have I had to say, like, we've had to reprogram Big J's brain to not parent
Oh
nephew
yeah.
kids. And now that we let him babysit, teaching him the difference between babysitting and
Oh yeah.
parenting.
That's probably pretty tough. I never even thought about that.
So, because he takes it to the next level, and it's like, no, 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 you don't need to worry about bedtime or whatever. Just keep
Yeah.
the kids alive. Let us go to the pub and enjoy a meal.
Yeah,
Keep the kids alive.
seriously. That's pretty much the rule for babysitting for us, even when it's not like a kid watching them. Like, whenever my sister watches them, we're like, I don't care about bedtime. I don't care what they have for dinner. I mean, like, to an extent, but like, just keep them alive and keep them happy. And that's, I don't care about anything else.
Yeah, because you can reprogram, you can reset, it's fine. Like tonight when I was going live, said to the boys, I'm like, when you go to bed, send your
Yeah.
sister to bed. Like, because it wasn't quite her bedtime when I jumped on, and she was still eating dinner because I was really late to getting her dinner tonight because I forgot. Yes, I forgot to make her dinner because she was refusing to eat what they were eating and they'd had dinner.
Yeah, that's fair. I
It was a whole
forget to
thing.
make dinner because
Um,
Miss A refuses to eat anything. She just brought me a stuffed dinosaur covered in shredded cheese. So don't know. Yeah.
yeah. But on that note, I will let you go because I know you have work today. But thank you
So,
so much for joining me. I've
say hi,
missed
Miss.
you. Everyone else, thank you very much for joining me in this episode with Lauren, and we'll catch you on the
Bye.
next one. Bye. Oh, that was fun.